This episode of Invent America Radio is brought to you by America's Inventor Lady and Home Talk USA. Home Talk is a proud member of the King Broadcasting Network and has been bringing you the best of America's home-based product innovation since 1998.
Broadcasting and streaming live all across America. This is Home Talk USA. Join us this hour for our segment Invent America with your co-host Rita Crompton. Discover what's next for new products and innovations. Or if you have that next great big idea, learn what it takes to bring your invention to the world. As let Rita Crompton talk to America's inventors and innovators. Remember, the America of tomorrow is being invented today.
Hello, America, and welcome to Invent America, because America invents.
Yahee! Welcome to Home Talk USA right here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network. Well, I'm going to go straight to her right now, live from the ASD Market Week in Las Vegas, Nevada. The inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. Rita, how you doing in Las Vegas, my girl?
Oh, my God. We are having so much fun. So we've got 25 inventions out here, and we've got 21 of the inventors with us. And so everybody is able to talk to folks, get their product out there, show off, demo, and it has been a wonderful first day. Yesterday was the first day. Now we are, down and dirty, getting everybody out there and talking. We've got our staff out here. It's been wonderful. And we really have everything from the new fire extinguisher, all right, to baby diapers.
Well, who's your first guest?
Our first guest is Craig Bush. He has got Rep Up. And, it was so funny because yesterday there was a guy in here who's got a new invention who wants to be in our space next year and reps for the NFL. And he goes, well, I'm not really sure what that would do for it. And so now we've got him coming back today because Craig wants to talk to him because the NFL is so excited to get their hands on this. So my guest right now is Craig Bush. Craig, tell everybody, what is Rep Up?
Rep Up is the world's first smart agility cone. So essentially what we've done is we've taken a standardized agility cone and we've interfaced it with a display module. And when you release a ball from the top of that cone, it triggers a stopwatch. And when you set the ball back on top, it stops it. So these are great tools for deceleration tactics in the world of sports and training.
And it can be used at any age level. So, we're talking about the NFL, adult men, women, all right, in their training, but it can go all the way down and get to kindergarten, right?
That's exactly right. We train 6-year-olds, so beginner level players. So Rep Up is a revolutionary product where parents, coaches, and players can create player profiles, and then they can go through a series of Rep Up drills. I've got over 1,000 of them for team tryouts, individual workouts, team training. So we are able to train all players, all different sports, including basketball, tennis, baseball, football, soccer, you name it, speed and agility. It's a wonderful product, and we're getting tremendous feedback out here.
Well, I think it's wonderful. And, having grandsons who have done some of those different training and, the parents aren't really sure how they compare to any other kid. And like you explained yesterday, when you've got 400 kids going out for a sport at any given, time, and the coaches are supposed to evenly place the kids, and there's no way to really evenly match them until Rep Up.
Yep, we can do that now. So we can take 500 players, take them through 5 essential Rep Up tryout drills. We line those players up. And when the drills are finished, Rep Up will actually collect all that data from top to bottom, and now we can evenly distribute those teams. So it makes the playing fields much more even, we say. So now we don't have dads, teaming up and putting their 3 best sons on the same team. So we're able to enhance the user experience and the overall quality of the program now. Tremendous value in that.
I think it's wonderful. So what has your experience been here at ASD?
So far, like I said, we've had a lot of great feedback. There's been a lot of people just popping by the booth that are our marketing is big and bold, and so people are just curious. And so when we start to do the demos, it all makes sense to them. And we've had coaches that have been in, we've had parents that have been in and said, hey, when can you get that to the market? Because I actually would love to buy that. We've also had a couple of guys come by and are interested in some possible licensing deals that I know that we're talking about right now. So I'm really excited to meet with the NFL today. And I think this is just the product, especially for deceleration, which is so important.
So America out there, if you want to go in and see the different products that we've got, we would love to have you vote for the Innovation Award. And you could vote for Rep Up, absolutely.
Please do.
And so what you do is you go to Invent America Radio and you click on the ASD and it takes you to the voting. Just, follow the links and it's got all the products listed there and you can go in and click on your favorite one. And I know that every inventor here would love to have the American consumer out there voting for their products. And it's, it's exciting when you can go through and you can talk to so many different folks. So you can talk to, a dad who wants it for their kid.
That's right.
You can talk to a coach who wants it for the team. And you can talk to the NFL who wants it for the whole industry.
That's right. So I'm super excited. And I had all of this in mind as I developed this, is to be able to create a simple device that doesn't take multiple sensors and doesn't have any space restrictions. We've been able to accomplish that with Rep Up. So now we can take those athletes through the workouts, track their progress. And again, that's just tremendous value in that, to be able to collect that data from start to finish so we can see the progress.
So your goal then here is to find the right contact or, find the contact who's got the contact.
That's right.
For licensing so that you don't have to manufacture.
Correct.
Excellent, excellent. And for those of you who don't know, a lot of the products that you see out there in the consumer marketplace, they've been licensed. All right. So there's a company out there that's making them and they've got different names on them. And so what we're looking for then is a company that's going to make it, market it, sell it, and send us a check, as opposed to the independent inventor going in and starting to manufacture.
That's right.
Yeah. And I think most consumers out there don't realize that, if you go to Home Depot, Danco owns all the plumbing shelf space in the entire store. So you better give Danco's attention if you want to be in Home Depot. But there are some of those companies out there that do the licensing, and they're the ones that provide to all of those big box stores. And most
That's right.
consumers don't realize that.
I agree with you. As the inventor, it's just staying patient. And then just over time, knowing that we're going to find those right contacts. So it's just staying with the process and trusting the process that the right people are going to come in line and that we can get our products out there to market.
So what do you think of ASD Market Week?
So I'm having a great time out here. I texted my wife, she couldn't be here today. And I just said, everything about this place is incredible. So I'm having a great time. I really am enjoying just my time talking with different vendors. And I really thank you for this opportunity this week,
Well,
Rita.
it has just been an absolute pleasure to have you. And so do you just stand at your table or do you walk around? What do you do?
Oh, no, you need to be very active and vocal. It's just like the sports world, right? You got to get out there and you got to do the work. So you can't be passive and hide behind the booth. You got to put yourself out there. You got to ask the right questions. You got to look people in the eye.
Yep.
You need to approach them, speak with confidence, find out what their name is, and then just start that conversation. And they'll take the time to talk to you.
Yeah,
do those things.
I know we always say it's like, okay, you don't want to be sitting down because, then you're looking at somebody's belly button. You want to be standing up so you can make eye contact. And it's the eye contact that makes all the difference.
That's right. Just like we're doing right now.
I know, right? And so when we look at ASD Market Week is a huge show. It's 3 floors at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And so people don't always realize how long it is to get from one side to the other.
I am blown away by the size of this place. This is not what I was expecting, but what a great opportunity, everybody out there.
They were giving us a free meeting room, and it was so funny. It's like everybody said, "Where's the meeting room?" And I said, "I don't know, but you need to take a bus to get there because it's all on the other complete side of the hall that we are in, and you still need a bus to get there."
So as inventors right now, you've got to stay at your booth too, just to go away and get coffee. You never know if an opportunity is going to come up. So
well, and that's why when everybody comes with us, there's always somebody who's got your back. There's somebody you can say, "I need to go and walk over here. I'm going to walk the floor. I need to get coffee. I need to go sit down and have some lunch." And somebody else is going to have your back.
Yep, a lot of great team players. Yep, I agree. A lot of great team players, and I'm building just relationships with the team here right now, building some new friendships. So that's been a lot of fun as well. Just getting to know new people.
It makes such a difference when you're here as part of the team, as opposed to, I know there was a guy that was upstairs. He goes, "I can't believe I'm here all alone and I could be in your space and have people who have my back and have a
That's
good
right.
time and you're having so much fun. And he goes, and I'm all by myself up there. So, it was really interesting to, say, he goes, I'm coming with you next year.
Oh yeah. So, and I know he'll be here. This is the NFL guy, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, no kidding, no kidding. So anyway, America, stick with us. We have got another inventor coming up who's here at ASD Market Week. And if you've got a product, somebody out there that should be with us for next year, have them get in touch, because you know what? We start working on 2026 when we get back from 2025, because it takes us a full year to get this teed up and ready to go. And you know what? We take 30 inventors with us. So when the spots are gone, the spots are gone. First sign up, first to go, right?
Yes, absolutely. Inventors, I want you to take advantage of this opportunity. Get signed up today, whenever the registration comes out. When does the registration come out for next year?
It has started.
It's already started.
For
you
next
need to
year.
get signed up. It's well worth it.
All right.
Awesome.
So anyway, stick with us. We have got another inventor, another type of product, a lunchbox, a secure lunchbox product for those kids going off to school or anybody going off to the workplace, and you don't want somebody else picking at your lunch. Stick with us, America. We'll be right back from ASD Market Week. Everybody, thanks so much for being with us. This is Invent America, and we do Invent America Radio because America invents. Have been for centuries, and we will continue to invent and solve everyday problems. So here at ASD Market Week, it is the biggest, the best business-to-business consumer product show in America. So their tagline is dustpans to diamonds. I like diapers to diamonds because we actually have diapers here in the booth. And, all kinds of products, from the home healthcare industry to baby products to everyday kitchen products and to actually rodent stopper products. So anything and everything you can imagine that you would want in your home, in your business, in your car, in your backyard is here at ASD. So my next guest is Luana Parker. She has got a new invention that she is trying to license and get out there. So Luana, tell America about your product.
Well, my product, okay, I have a product that I came up with, and it's called Wana Lockable Lunchbox. And the idea was brought up because I worked in a corporate world, and I used a community refrigerator, and everyone seemed to kept, people were going into other people's lunches. So I said, well, I need to come up with a purpose to prevent, this is how the idea formed.
Excellent. All right. So the whole idea then is it doesn't matter if it's your student that doesn't want somebody poking around in their lunch, or maybe somebody's got an allergy and needs something very specific, or they've got a medication in their lunchbox. It is secure.
It's secure.
And whether you're going and, student, school, office work, college dorm, anything where you've got something in a bag and you don't want the contents of that bag walking away.
Correct.
And so how does it work? Is it something that's an app on the phone? Is it just a code on the bag? How does it work?
Well, it has several different ways. You could either key lock or combination lock or app with the phone.
So it's got the variety.
It's got the variety.
Excellent.
And this particular one that I'm working with now, it has the combination. So you just insert the little clips, and it clamps and it locks. The mechanism locks itself, and you can
unlock it, adjust it.
Yes.
What? Yeah. Okay.
According to the combination.
Okay. All right. So how long have you been working on this?
I have been since 2018.
All right. And so now you're here at ASD. How has the show been for you? How has it been to get that feedback?
Well, it's been excellent. Everybody's been supportive. This is my second day here, and I just feel like my first day, I just kind of know everybody. Everybody's been great. I've walked around, I've interacted with other people, and it's going well. I can say that.
Well, good. And, for a lot, I know, unless you've been to a trade show, you don't realize you generally, you go and you get a space. It's a 10 by 10, but holy cow, they're expensive. And, it's not unusual that someone who's got that space is spending somewhere between 7 and 10 grand on that space. And then you got to live in the space.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to leave the space. You don't want anybody taking your stuff. And, this is a long show. It is from 9 in the morning until 6 at night.
Yes.
And if you're in a booth by yourself all day long, that makes, that can get painful and hungry.
But it's worth it.
And so when you're here with us, okay, and you can say, oh, I need to go and get some lunch. I want to walk around. I need to, have some backup. We've got your back.
Yes.
We're out there. We've got your back.
Yeah.
And I know last year we had a lady, she goes, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I've got 2 prototypes to my name. And I said, it's okay, because we're going to tell you what to say, and we're going to tell you what to do, and we're going to help you out. And she just got her first order placed, all right, for manufacturing. And she ordered 2,000 units from a manufacturer.
Wow.
And the stores told her, no, we don't want a case. We want a pallet full.
Wow. And
And that was just from 1 year of showing here at ASD Market Week last year to where she is now in 1 year.
isn't that great?
Isn't that a miracle?
The possibilities, if you just take that first step.
Yep.
And believe, just take
One step at a time.
that one step at a time.
Yep. And I said, we talked about, mount marketing. The biggest mountain you climb in this endeavor is mount marketing.
Wow.
And if you only look at the top of the mountain, you never get there.
That's right. That's right.
The path to the top is called ASD Market Week.
Yes.
And we've got the team, and we've got your back, and we help you out.
And you have.
Excellent.
You have.
Excellent.
I've
Thank you.
been able to call on you. And just through LinkedIn. That's how we met.
I know, right?
And
It was
just
pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. And you were there giving me that positive feedback. And it's just been great ever since then. I just felt really so much support, and I appreciate that.
Well, you are welcome. I got a kick out of it yesterday when you said, well, you probably know everybody else better than me. And I said, oh no, there are some of the folks here that I met after I met you. And it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So it's been wonderful to get to know you. I love your product. Everybody in the booth who has seen your product loves your product.
Yes.
I know my daughters are going to not want it in pink for their sons.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But they're going to love the product. And especially then those kids that have an allergy, they've got something that they've got to be really careful of. The last thing they need to do is go and find out that their, allergy specific food is missing, or their medication is missing.
Yes.
Or that something was put in there that contaminated their lunchbox. I mean, that happens these days.
It's safe. You can have that comfort to know that only you have been in the box. That's
Exactly.
it. No one else can open it but you.
Exactly. And a variety of ways to open it. I think that's really important, because not everybody wants to use a key.
Right.
Not every kid can remember a code.
Right.
And so you need to be able to access that multiple ways. And I think that is brilliant.
Yes. Thank you.
That's the way it goes. So we are going to be working to license the intellectual property.
Yes.
So that, somebody else is going to make it, sell it, and send us a check.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right. And that's your goal that you've been looking for is, the interest level is one.
Yes.
And then the ability to license it second. Excellent.
And I think we're going to do that.
I think we are going to do that as
very
well.
soon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, America, stick with us. We are going to be back in a couple of minutes, and we are going to be then looking at some really interesting fireproofing technology. No, it's not fireproofing. It's putting the fire out. So, very new, very cool. Stick with us, America, because we're going to save your life right here at ASD Market Week.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Tired of struggling just for your customers to notice you? Your business needs Constant Contact. Constant Contact's award-winning marketing platform has helped millions of small businesses stand out, stay top of mind, and see big results. With powerful tools like email, SMS, social media, and events, you'll say the right thing at the right time to sell more, raise more, and fast-track growth. Plus, everything's backed by Constant Contact's expert live customer support. So get going and growing with Constant Contact today. Try it free at ConstantContact.com.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us for this segment of Invent America. And we do Invent America because America invents and we save lives. And Gilmore Chang is with me. He has got a new product out there that will save lives. And you know what? It'll stop that airplane from blowing up. It's going to stop fires from just having to burn out. Gil, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for this new technology that will save lives and make a difference. Tell everybody, tell our listening audience what it is that you have invented.
Well, in a nutshell, we make the best nanomaterials in the world. And what I mean by that is that nanomaterials are very small and they're 1 billionth of a meter. But the key behind these materials is the science. And in fire-related events, and there's like 5 to 6 major classes of fires, modern fires especially are the hardest to put out because they produce very toxic gases that feed itself, such as with lithium-ion battery fires that cannot be put out. A lot of times there are incidences that warrant, like for electric vehicles, for example, or e-bikes or e-scooters, they explode spontaneously because they overheat or there are defective cells in the batteries. And, I feel that, electric vehicles or, like battery storage type of lithium ion technologies are good for the environment because of the fact that it lowers the carbon footprint and it, and the use of using any kind of carbon-based fuels.
I think, when we look at, we have all gotten on a plane and they ask every time, do you have anything that's got a lithium battery in it? Okay. So you know what? We've all been there. We've all been asked the question. Everybody has got something in their home these days that has got a lithium battery, and we may not even realize it. But when there's a fire and the firemen come, they are told that if it's a lithium battery, let it burn.
Yes, and they've been very frustrated, and I really feel sorry for our firefighters because of anybody, they should be the quickest to put out any type of fire.
Exactly, and so there's things out there that will do this, but they are not all natural. They're not environmentally safe. So, even though they may be able to put out the fire, the high-tech fire, all right, they're going to leave all kinds of toxins on the ground. Well, the last thing you need is to try to rebuild your house on toxins.
Correct, Rita. And, it's very, nowadays, everybody's conscientious about, what they call biocompatibility or being eco-friendly or being safe. So our products are totally natural. And because of its surface area, it works on the gases, like I mentioned about toxic gases. So I've had, if you go to our website, you can see numerous examples of our Fast One formula, like right here. If you can see
radio.
It's radio. Oh, radio. Okay.
Radio.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, and if you go to our website at www.precisenano.com, you can check out our link, and of course it's very wonderful because we feel that if you ask anybody a question, like you talk about airplanes, for example, there are many incidents. In fact, within the last year, incidents have been up 388%.
Wow.
Where they're fires created by lithium-ion batteries, and they had to evacuate the entire plane.
Yeah.
So, but if I talk with airline,
it's in the air.
Exactly. I'm talking to airline pilots, and they say they're 30,000 feet up, and in the middle of the ocean, it'll be catastrophic. So,
Well, the cool thing is you are manufacturing. If you want one of these
Formulas.
Okay, if you want one of these fire hydrants, okay, that is for the new technology. I had to fight for the word there a little bit. They are for sale. And so tell our listeners, where can they go to find this really life-saving new type of fire extinguisher?
You can call us at or you can go online and, like I said, go to precisenano.com, because we specialize in nanomaterials and what they call AM technologies, or additive manufacturing technology. So we're open to licensing agreements. We're open to creating your own private label for your extinguishers, because we feature the formulas itself, the devices that, like extinguishers, for example, or suppression units. We can work with, companies that will, safety companies, or even, fire equipment companies and stuff like that.
We've talked about licensing before, and when you are actually selling product, it's easier to create a deal than for licensing, because you've already shown demand.
Yes.
And where it's life-saving technology, I mean, we've known for quite a while that this was an issue, and you have solved a problem that is absolutely amazing in a very good way.
Yeah, and at the same time, it should be clean.
Yeah.
It should be green.
Yeah.
And it should be mean.
There you go. I love it.
It should be fast. In other words, so how fast, split-second decisions are there when a type of fire or class of fire that you have to address, and you have only seconds to figure it out. You don't want to be searching around for the proper agent or the proper type of extinguisher, if you know what I'm saying, to try to put it out.
Yeah. Fires and floods, they're not the time when you want to say, oh, gee, what should I do? You want to be able to go and call 911, and the right guy is going to show up with the right material.
Especially if your e-bike is exploding in your apartment. and you can't put it out. And, the fire department is going to take 10 minutes to get to your place.
Oh, yeah.
So you need something to, literally put it out before it causes the entire building to burn down,
Yeah, and then your neighbors are not happy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So it is wonderful to have something that we can do. And so how has ASD been for you?
It's been wonderful, Rita. This is a showcase of, like you're saying, Invent America. And I'm very glad that we're able to be here to see and meet the people that have interest in life safety issues, and especially clean and safe life safety issues. These are, but a lot of your people in here have totally impressed me with all their inventions, and because it's all practical stuff, and I'm very happy to be here.
Excellent. Well, we are very happy to have you. We are glad that you are part of the team, and we're looking forward to being able to help you license it and get it out there and stay on, that track of saving lives. It really makes a difference. So as we tie this up, Gail, how long have you been working on this? How long have you been, looking around at the technology? And then what was this first step that you said, I've got it?
Well, of course, I've been involved with the nanotechnologies field, the material sciences field, for over 15 years.
Okay.
But, in view of the fire technologies for the last couple of years, we've tried to, because I've been in that life safety industry, to try to, settle the score with fires. So we're not only talking about lithium-ion battery fires. We're talking about systems that can protect entire communities from wildfires, for example. And that's a big thing all over the country right now. It's not just in California or Colorado anymore.
I live in the forest. It's one of my nightmares. So, hey.
So if we can put out a fire before it even gets to your home, for example, by surrounding a community with a system that will fog, our systems are all independent, by the way. They don't depend on the, electrical or the water, the municipal water systems, it's all independent.
Well, I think there's a governor in California that's going to want your contact information. I
believe so.
I certainly know that, we're going to get this out there, and we are very proud to be working with you to get it out there and let people know that life-saving is available, and to be able to license it then so that all the fire companies will have it, all of those life-saving folks will have it.
I'm more than happy to, address any kind of problems that they may have with these
Excellent.
fires.
Excellent.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you. Stick with us, everybody. We are going to be back in just a couple of minutes with our industry expert and our professional working this show with us, and some insight to being at ASD Market Week.
Thank you.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-296-0906. 800-296-0906. 800-296-0906.
Thank you so much for being with us. This is our final segment of our live at ASD Market Week. And right now I've got with me Patty Duffy. She represents all of our inventors out on the floor. So Patty, what are you seeing that's, maybe better than last year? And what do you do for all of our inventors?
I'm seeing an energy level this year that is just kind of exciting. Ever since the pandemic, every trade show has sort of grown exponentially every year. And this year, I feel really excitement out there. People have products that maybe they started to introduce in 2019, and now here it is 5 years later, and now they can actually go out and talk to people. So that's very exciting because they've been sitting on these products and inventions for several years, and now they get to talk to buyers. So they're thrilled.
Absolutely. And I know we've noticed an energy just in our inventors being able to talk to folks going by. And, the interest level in, it's like, yes, we would love to resell your product. And it's like, who provides you with that kind of product? And so it makes a difference in the connections and the conversation.
And what we're doing out there is, we are local. So we understand the Las Vegas market. We understand the trade show market. After 4 decades of working trade shows in various industries, you kind of know what to look for out there. So you know which booths don't look anything at all like what one of our inventors would need. So you walk by those, don't waste your time, spend your time on the booths where you think, this looks like a good source for whatever channel of distribution you're looking for, whether you're looking for a manufacturer, a distributor, a wholesaler, an end user of some sort. And so you start to get kind of an eagle eye at looking at the booths, and you home in on one of them and say, this would be perfect for whatever that product is that we're representing. And we've got so many to choose from. Every aisle has got rich information for you.
It's amazing. I mean, our diversity of products this year is so amazing. And, everything from the fire extinguisher to the rep-up. And I know George and Sheila are here with the dog product and, the Easy Flag. And then Luana is here with the lunch bag. And, we've got the ladies up front that have got the new deodorant. And Christy has been on the radio with us in the past. But huge variety of products and inventors from all over the country, including Canada.
And this is such a great show for that because you've got so many industries that are represented. You go from a deodorant to a rat candle to a dog leash. I mean, what other show would have all those things in one place?
In one spot, I know. It's like, we were laughing is that I've been to the National Asphalt Show and it wasn't very big and it served its purpose, but it's so much nicer when we can get all the products in here for this show, and it's a good show for all those products.
And it's almost like a sampling show. So if an inventor comes out to this show, they can get an idea what might my product fit into, which industry because it might cross industries.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I know so many of our inventors have, they've been asked questions and then they go back home and they make changes to their prototypes and find out that, if they did it like this, they could do it in this industry as well. I know the one last year was, the home spa industry. By the time she was done, she was doing it for the therapeutic industry.
Exactly.
And that's where all of her orders were coming from. And it's like, I didn't even think about it that way. So the attendees will go by and ask questions and the lights start going on and you're thinking, okay, I can do that.
You look at something like the ratchet system with the flagpole here.
Yeah.
That ratchet system could be used for so many different things, so many different industries, everything from automotive to tools to hardware to, just a whole host of things.
Yeah. It's amazing. And so we do learn a lot of that. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's so good for the inventors to go to a trade show in those early stages, because you can get a lot of feedback. And there's been times when, an inventor's had 10,000 made and realized there's a problem with the 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're too expensive for the mass market, for the consumer market. And the consumer is your God out there, everybody who's buying products. You get to decide what the inventor can charge.
That's the other thing. You bring up the whole pricing thing. Pricing is always hard. Even when you're in a big corporation, you've got a product line that you're selling to hit that sweet spot of where the pricing should be. And if you're looking at both wholesale and retail pricing, what do? You kind of take a stab in the dark. You look at a little bit of the competition. But when you get to a show like this, people will be honest with you and customers will say, no way, I'm not buying it for that price. I expected it to be. And then they give you a range. That's all useful information for getting your product.
Absolutely. There's been so many times when, we've got a formula that we use. It's called the multiple of 5. And it's not etched on Mount Rushmore, but it could be, because when a buyer comes in, they're calculating this should be this retail price. Then the formula of 5 kicks in, the multiple of 5. So if you've got basically a $50 product, the inventor's got to be able to make it, package it, sell it for 10.
Absolutely.
And for a lot of inventors, that formula is really impossible to hit. But now the inventor might be ordering 2,000 units. A licensee is going to order 50,000 units. And that's when they get to hit the multiple of 5, because it doesn't matter. The multiple of 5 is the multiple of 5, whether you're the inventor or you are the licensee.
Absolutely.
So consumer's God, no matter what. So, all right, all you gods out there, go into our site, Invent America Radio, find your favorite product at the Innovation Awards and vote. You know what? We want everybody out there to, it doesn't take long, 60 seconds, you can go in and vote for your favorite new product. And there's a limit on how many votes we can take. So take your turn, and we will be coming to you next week with some of the different inventors that were here that we couldn't get on the radio this time. And you know what? We're going to get all of you wannabe inventors out there started on those first steps of getting your product to ASD Market Week in 2026. So everybody, thanks so much for being with us. If you want to see those new products that were available at the show, Invent America Radio, they are all listed there. Thanks, everybody, and we will talk to you next week when we are back in the studio.